people, and it's gone on far too long.
The Baltimore we're in today is a different Baltimore than before. Why? Well, because for 5 long years, residents facing homelessness, eviction, those living in disinvested communities fought to secure $20 million every year in public investment to address the very real crisis of vacant homes and the lack of affordable housing in Baltimore City. And this year, we won. Let me tell you a bit about my experience. My name is Adriana, and I'm a Baltimore City resident, and for years, I spent most of my income on housing. I rented, moving every year or two, each time not knowing how much I might have to pay in rent, and never knowing if the next place would be worse than the last. I remember I would lay in my bed at night, feeling the house I was in sway as cars passed by. And I would distract myself from thinking about if it was safe to stay there, because really, that's what I could afford, and I couldn't leave. Affordable housing for me came at the cost of my sense of permanence and safety, and Baltimore was becoming a harder place to call home. Now, massive investment and development where I was living has pushed many out. My neighbors who like me rented and had a limited income, those people I would wave to and who would sit outside enjoying long summer days, they aren't there anymore. They've been displaced from their community, and none of us can go back to live there even if we wanted to. And it's incredibly difficult to build community when you and those around you struggle like this. It shouldn't be the case that I walked by vacant after vacant on my way to work while people close to me face the violence of eviction and homelessness. And it shouldn't be the case that people move year after year like I did, made hard choices between bills and food like I did, and feel like the options for a good life here dwindle each year like I did. But this reality is what brought me to working with others to change it. So Baltimore is different today because folks like me, members of the Baltimore Housing Roundtable, have pushed for the city to direct $20 million in public resources every year, every single year, to supporting community land trusts and to creating permanently affordable housing across our city. And this is city leaders who said that this is a bad idea, working towards providing housing for those most in need, and the way we were going about it was bad. And so this came about after years of organizing and the relentless effort, creativity, and sacrifices of thousands of residents who, despite so many obstacles, are taking the lead to ensure that our city's resources meet our basic needs. Housing is a human right, not a tool for profit-making and not a prize for speculators. We need elected leaders to be in step with the leaders in our community, those impacted by these issues, and with a vision for how to change it. And we're creating the alternative. So like you heard how institutions are pushing people out of their communities, we are doing grassroots fundraising and building community-controlled housing that is affordable forever. Residents are putting in their time, their energy, and their talents to create the first community land trust home in East Baltimore. And it's gonna take a lot, but we are taking care of each other, we're making sure that neighbors aren't pushed out, and we're building community together. Thanks.
Somebody is hurting our people, and it's gone on far too long, and we won't be silent anymore.
Somebody's hurting our people, and it's gone on far too long, and we won't be silent anymore.